Hello, happy Monday. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. Happy Columbus Day here in America. Well, happy Indigenous Peoples Day is all over the world. But I'm here from Texas, which is actually a different country than America, but it happens to be in America. Hello, hello, everybody from Instagram and all the other avenues on StreamYard, Facebook, YouTube. Hi, hi, hi. Happy Monday. Soramdan, Eleonora, Semanpontes, Divine Inner Presence. All right. Hi, hi, hi. So, something that I have in mind for today or in the energy, hello, Carol, that I wanted to speak about is about relationship. Just so happens I'm in the midst of this series called Cage Talks, and today, in a couple hours, we will be moving on our third call, which is on relationships. So, relationships. Oh, grateful for you, Dr. Lisa. Thank you. I'm grateful for you. And I accept and receive the acknowledgement of gratitude. Hi, Ju. Hi, Elisa. Hi, Ju again. Hello, hello, hello. Hola, saludas. Hello, hello. Rero, Bronco. Hi, hi, hi. Happy Monday. I don't know if any of you are football fans, but I watched my Giants get killed by the Dallas Cowboys last night. One injury after another. What a bummer. But I'm sure for the Dallas fans and the Texas fans or Dallas Cowboys fans, talking about so many different things. Football, Indigenous Peoples Day, it's Columbus Day. Did you know that Texas actually was owned by Mexico before it became part of the United States? So it's kind of weird being in Texas. I'm originally from New York, spent 20 years in California, and I think I've been here about 7 years now. Obviously, I like it enough to stay. All right. Aishel, hi. Tomas, hello. Alessandra, Karen. Okay. Anyway, I've talked about all different sorts of relationships. Now, I'm a big football fan. Well, maybe my father was a big football fan. He also played college ball. So most of my childhood was spent somewhere in a sport arena. The real Yankee Stadium, the original one, Madison Square Garden, and the Meadowlands. Anyway, I guess I'm talking about sports today, but I'm supposed to be talking about relationships. That must have been because one of my messages today, or in my learnings, I'm taking Spanish lessons, was about, do I like sports? I wish I could repeat what I learned, how I did like sports and whatnot, but I'm trying to learn the word gustar, which is to like, and in all different conjunctions, I guess they're called, or uses. Yo, te, you, they, them, he, she, it. Man, I wish I paid more attention in high school. Anyway, it's fun. I keep myself busy. And I keep myself actually not so much busy, and yes, I am busy, but it's actually, I put myself involved in the things that I really love. Okay, that's the first principle about relationships. So today I'm going to talk to you very briefly about non-negotiables in relationship. I already gave you one of them. One of my ones, non-negotiable in relationship, is actually, and for all my relationships, not just personal, but professional and business, is, that it's fun. We outcreate each other. We respect each other, honor each other, and let each other kind of go and do our own thing and come back and outcreate each other together. Here's what I did. Here's what you can do. What's your feedback about this? What's your feedback about this? I really like that. I can make decisions on my own, but I love the collaboration. A lot of times when I'm talking about something, especially if it's something that's maybe stretching me a little bit beyond my comfort zone or stretching me into a pattern of being that's better for me, but I haven't done it very much before, I actually bounce things off. That's when I say, check yourself before you wreck yourself. And believe you me, I've wrecked myself so many more times than I checked myself. I just happen to be in the pause more now and allow myself to really, hello, Julia, welcome. Allow myself to be in the pause now. Hello, Lucia. More than I just kind of vomit it out, you know? As a New Yorker, we're used to vomiting things out. At least I was. I was the Italian part of my family. And then I learned that, you know, not everything has to be blurted out. You could be a little bit more diplomatic. And so that's a non-negotiable for me in my relationships after creating so many relationships, business and personal, from the space of no boundaries and just doing what actually, bom dia, hello from Brazil, might be your afternoon now. Boa tarde, if I got that correctly. Hi, I'm so happy to hear from you all. It's quite a skill, right? To say hi and then be in the midst of trying to get a point across. But it's a lot more fun to say hi. Hola, bom dia, boa tarde, tudo bem? So I'm talking about non-negotiables. What are your non-negotiables in relationship? Like for me, I tell people that I'm in relationships with a lot of times, like, if you ever see me doing X, know that I'm not okay, no matter what I tell you. And do you have that relationship with people where you can do that? You know, I actually usually give people like a baseball metaphor, 3 strikes and you're out. If I say things once, you know, like as the owner of my business, or we have construction going on here, and I give you time and space to prioritize it or make it important. If I say it again with a little suggestion, a little push, a little 3 times, I'll say it. After that, you're out. That's a non-negotiable for me. And out means different things. It doesn't mean out of my life all the time. It doesn't mean I'm going to cancel a contract. It doesn't mean I'm going to fire somebody. And sometimes it does. Or ask somebody to leave the property or maneuver out a position in my business. That's a non-negotiable for me. I used to work with people all the time that I would keep paying and they weren't doing anything or not doing what the job was. And another non-negotiable for me is taking care of myself and my partner, business associates, colleagues, people that work in my inner circle, taking care of them. You know, I work with a team of people in about 5 or 6 different schools of thought, psychologically, energetically, hypnotherapeutically, and they all work for me. And I know that I kind of err on the side of a lot, but I do a lot of different things like that to keep myself doing what I'm doing here with you, writing books, facilitating, counseling people on issues of trauma, recovery, depression, anxiety, suicide, divorce, relationships. And I need to keep myself as clear as possible. And I know the mind, and I know my mind, and I know for decades I told myself a story, and out-told myself a story. One of those things, my clearest example is about alcohol and how I no longer drink. I haven't drank for a number of years now, moving toward another year of not having alcohol in my life this December. And it's been one of the best decisions that woke me up to a lot of relationship dynamics that I wouldn't have seen if I hadn't. And that was a non-negotiable for me moving forward once I made that choice. Hi, everybody that's just joining. I knew that, you know, if I put alcohol in my body, I happened to be one of those 1%ers, that different things happen than the average, normal, real person in the world who can have a drink and not have their personality change. That's just not me. It's not my body. I've come to peace with that. I've accepted it and moved on. It's great. But that led me on a trajectory of where else was I lying to myself for all those decades? You know, I spent 25 years as a really good drinker. And so that's a non-negotiable. It might not be alcohol for you. What is it? Is it food? Is it money, spending, buying? Um, is it getting in a relationship with somebody who won't talk to you or who talks to you horribly? I also talk a lot about that. One of my non-negotiables was when I woke up to the fact that, I would love people and fall in love with people who would walk over my cold, dead body and never look back. I would actually invite those people into my business. I would actually invite those people into my inner circle because I thought I deserved to be treated horribly. Hi, hi, hi. Some of your names I can't say hi to because it's a lot to say and pronounce and look and talk, but I'm saying hi. So ask yourself, give yourself a personal assignment tonight, now. Just write down 5 things that are non-negotiable for you in relationship and see how you're doing. Sober is sexy. I think so too. I think I look a lot better now than I did years ago. But that's for a lot of reasons. A non-negotiable for me also is moving my body and exercising. And no, it's not like a diet or crazy routine, but I know every day for at least an hour a day, I gotta do something to move my body. Even when I do these lives, I stand up, I move. That's a non-negotiable. Another non-negotiable for me is, when we're triggered by something, it's really hard. There's a part of me that wants to dive in and process it out and talk it out. And I've learned that there's a time and a space, and to give space for those times where you just know it's not going to work out. And that's really difficult because I used to feel abandoned, rejected, resentful, seek revenge by withdrawing and all that kind of stuff. And I really more being like, I love myself enough and I love the other person enough hi Natalia, to take space. And even if that means moving across to another room in the house or taking a drive or walking around the property or putting a clearing or releasing process or some sort of protocol on in my ears, listening to music, reading something to navigate around that. And this is all these things that I'm telling you are non-negotiables that I learned into and leaned into when I really made a choice to change my relationships and really made a choice to change my relationship with everything: alcohol, money, my body, people, business, people in my business, the work that I was going to do, the clients I was going to see. And I never would have had those non-negotiables if I didn't wake up that something was not working for me. So what's not working for you? You might not know the answer to that question. Join us for Cage Talk, which is just in a couple of hours. Actually, I think it's in an hour. And you're welcome to learn more about how you might be in a relationship cage and some tools to move beyond that. I gave you the assignment that get you in the lean in, which is, what are your non-negotiables? And if you don't know what those are, then come and find out with some of these other tools I'm going to give you in a little bit. That the non-negotiable is not what I'm going to be talking about on the Cage Talks, because I'm talking about it here. But if there's something that you're struggling with your relationship right now and relating to yourself, your body, your business, your money flows, even like your career and your dreams and your actualizations, this might be the call for you. Last week we did one on body and we did one on money, and they were really, really powerful. I can only expect that the one on relationship is going to be something amazing too. So join us. And if not, here's your tool for the day. What's your non-negotiable? What would you like to never do again in relationship? And what would you like to never attract in relationship again? That's a tool for you. All right, Cage Talks are also available as a replay if something about your body and money is speaking to you. Join me. I'd love to have you. That's what I'm here for, to contribute to something greater so that we all deserve all good, not just a little and not just some of us. All of us deserve the relational reality that inspires, motivates, and conspires to collaborate with us. And anything that doesn't resemble that, you have the right to take a look at it and create it different for you and for the others with you. Because really, if no one's told you that they love you today, I do. Love is the highest frequency that we can give to ourselves and be for ourselves and on this planet right now. So I'm sending you a little shout out with a little bit of love. And I don't mean like telenovela love. I just mean like, man, courageous beings out in the world never experience what we've experienced thus far. And it's really pulling us into different spaces and different places, which I see as so good. And it's stretching us beyond what we think we know, which is even better. Do it from kindness, do it from a place of love, and create your relationships with yourself first and others and the world from a space of non-negotiality, which is also a space of being, which is also a space of possibility, which is also the space of you. Now go be great. Bye for now. Thank you.